Hey guys, Jason here. I wonder how everyone is doing because right now we're super swamped at the moment with projects, editing, weddings, and everything else. Sometimes it is hard to find the balance between working and personal life, like going to the gym, staying in contact with our friends, social events, and also trying to improve our business and improve our cinematography as well. So let's get started. Number one is doing a bit of pre-production and having a shot list. Looking back at the past 4 or 5 years of shooting videos, this is the single biggest thing that has the biggest impact on my filmmaking. Any little thing that you do in pre-production can greatly improve your filmmaking and the end product of your video. Now, one of the first thing and probably the most important thing we do is to find reference videos, right? These reference videos can be from Instagram, from YouTubers that you look up to, or even from bigger video production companies in your area. Just by having these videos and inspirations means that you're aiming higher in terms of your video quality standard and allows you the opportunity for growth. Because imagine you're doing the same shots again and again in every single shoot, you're never gonna improve. So these days, in every one of our shoots, we make sure to prepare and bring our shot list because shot list is so important, especially when you're feeling lost during your shoot. So we normally create our shot list by screenshotting shots from our reference videos and putting them into a document. The shot list is very important because during the shoot, I normally reference it for camera angles, lighting, and also how to direct the talent as well. So by having a shot list in hand, prepared on your shoot day, it's gonna make a huge difference in your cinematography. The second tip I want to give you is that you want to be intentional with your camera movements. Too many times do I see videographer beginners just like swinging their camera all around, trying to create those cinematic movements that they see online or in movies. But the end result is it looks very jittery, it looks very pointless, and it does not look good at all. So at the end of the day, just be more mindful with your camera movements and stick with these 3. Number 1 is tripod. I actually used to hate the tripod shot because I thought it's not dynamic, it's not creative, and it's somewhat boring. But when you study a lot of amazing commercials out there and even movies, you're gonna find that they use a lot of tripod shots, right? When paired with great composition and lighting, tripod shots are super cinematic. The second type, and I think this is what most beginner videographers are most excited about, are gimbal shots. Now, let me tell you something interesting because gimbal shots right now are probably the least common shot that we use in our video production business. If there's no real intention of using it, you shouldn't be using it at all, right? Typically, gimbal shots are meant to be used to review something, or like it's a slight push in to like create a dramatic effect on a character. But if there's no real purpose to use it, we wouldn't use it in our shoots at all. I think one big thing it's because we've built up a cinema rig, and to put the cinema rig on the gimbal itself, it's a massive hassle. That being said, gimbal are great for walking shots. They are great for circular movements where you're moving around the characters and revealing something. These are times where using a gimbal can make a lot of sense. Moving on to the third type of camera movement, and that is handheld, which is our personal favorite. However, to pull off the dynamic handheld movement, oftentimes you need to put a bit of weight into your camera, because if you don't put enough weight, your camera shot will just end up a little bit jittery, and that's not what you want. So that's why we build up a bit of a cinema rig with a top handle, monitor, V-mount, and a V-mount battery. Puts on weight onto the camera and make the movements more smooth. Now, moving on to tip number 3, which is, of course, lighting. I feel like as a beginner, lighting is probably one of the hardest things to master because whether you're in indoors or outdoors with a harsh sunlight, a lot of times you might feel a bit lost, which is like how we felt when we first started out. To master lighting is very important because lighting is one of the biggest factors in making your shot look cinematic. And how do you do that is that you need to create contrast in your shot. A surefire way to create contrast in your shot is to employ the 2-point lighting system. It's very simple. You make sure that you have a light that is shining onto the subject's face, whether from the left or from the right. All right, you want to make sure that this light is shining about half or 3/4 of your subject's face. Now, the second point of this lighting setup is to have a nice backlight. So the backlight should be coming in from the shadow side, lighting the back of the subject's head. Now, when I'm talking about subjects, it doesn't have to be humans. It could be objects or animals as well. Now, to complete this setup, you want to be shooting from the shadow side. So what that means is your camera should be pointing in from the shadow side and not from the side where you're lighting up the subject. So that's it. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you guys are interested in how we went from complete beginners to now full-time filmmakers running our own production business, please check out our filmmaker starter kit. This kit is basically a roadmap of our journey. It contains email sales templates, the video packages that we sell to actual clients, pre-production templates, and many more. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. Link in the description down below. Anyways, I'm done for today. I'll see you in the next video. Stay focused.